In the sport of harness racing, the horse known as a standard bred pulls its driver in a sulky. A sulky is a cart on two wheels that attaches to each side of the horse's harness. It has to be sturdy enough to withstand the rough ride, but it also has to be lightweight so that it won't slow the horse down. Step 1 in sulky production is to cut an aluminum tube 4 centimeters in diameter for the frame. Most of the parts are aluminum because it's a lightweight metal. Using a manually operated tube bender, workers shape the angles of the sulky's shaft, the piece that attaches to the harness. Now they weld together the 8 aluminum parts that make up the sulky's frame. All this welding takes approximately 2.5 hours. Once that's done, they insert the shaft into the bridge on which the driver sits, making sure they align with each other. Next come the clamps, 7.5 centimeter long steel pieces with a hole on each end. They fasten certain non-welded parts of the sulky together. Each clamp starts off straight. A worker mounts it on the machine called the bender, then pulls a lever almost 360 degrees to curve it. Next, a tool called a multi-press drill fashions the aluminum flange, the part of the wheel hub to which the spokes attach. The multi-press has 6 bits. It rotates 3 times to drill a total of 18 holes. The flange has another 9 holes to remove weight and 6 smaller holes to which a plastic wheel protector will later attach. Now they position the flange on the aluminum hub and hammer it on snugly. They do this using a tool called a punch to avoid leaving impact marks. Next, a sleeve goes inside the hub and a bearing goes in between the two. Again, with the help of a punch, they knock on the bearing snugly. Finally, they install a cap to prevent dust from getting in and causing damage. The hub is now complete, and it took only about 5 minutes to assemble. Now they attach aluminum spokes, 18 of them, on each side of the wheel. Every spoke attaches to the flange on one end and to an aluminum rim on the other. Workers hand tighten the nipple on the rim end of each spoke. The nipples are made of brass because it resists rust quite well. It's essential to tighten all the nipples equally to ensure the wheel will be properly aligned. After tightening them further with a screwdriver, on goes some rim tape, then the tube and tire. They pump up the tube with up to 35.5 kilograms of air. Then they install a plastic protector disc. This prevents competing horses from putting their hooves through the spokes. Meanwhile, the sulky has been sandblasted, painted, and decorated. Now it's time to put stirrups on the shafts. These aluminum and stainless steel fittings on the end of the shafts are what attach the sulky to the horse's harness. Should the harness break, a backup safety strap on each shaft keeps the sulky attached to the horse. Now they fasten a padded leather seat to an aluminum plate mounted on the bridge. On each side, they attach the wheel to the bridge with a simple axle. Even though these look like bicycle wheels, they're stronger and far more durable. Next, they assemble what's called the tree, the rigid stainless steel structure that goes on the horse's back. The outer part is made of plastic. They stitch Velcro to the underside. To that, they attach a nylon-covered foam padding that protects the horse's back from irritation. The finished harness with all its hooks and turrets weighs 4.5 kilograms. It's taken 20 hours to make. This is what's called a quick hitch fitting. It hooks onto the fitting on the end of each shaft, tying the sulky to the horse's harness. A sulky takes 40 hours to assemble. It weighs between just 23 and 28 kilograms. Harness racing is one of the few sports where being a lightweight is key to a good track record.